Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? My name is Pixlriffs. Today we are back on the decidedly Neapolitan modded server, and we're going to check out a couple of different things today. Today my plan is to follow through with what I said I was going to do in the last... Was it the last episode? I'm pretty sure it was the last episode when I was off in search of snow. And we're going to go out to that weird plains biome, the kind of heathland biome, and we're going to start up some stuff there. I've been doing a little more interior decoration inside of the base, but it's time to step further afield, and I want to bring with me... Where did I put it? Did I keep it? I do wonder if it's hidden away. There it is. Haha, the scoop. I'm bringing my scoop with me because we're going to catch some bees. At least that is the plan. Now, I don't have anything by the way of organizational stuff really, but I do have a ton of spruce wood and various leaves and things, and I think that will probably be enough to get me going. I've got some cobblestone and stuff over there as well. I need to take a bunch of bronze with me because apparently a lot of the stuff for apiculture, something like that, whatever the beekeeping. Let's just call it beekeeping, shall we? Let's cut out the middleman and call it beekeeping. A lot of that requires bronze, because you're using it to create kind of machine casings and stuff. Not really machine casings, but it's like casings for your beehives. Impregnated casing was one of the things that it said on the wiki, and I went, oh, what on earth does that mean? And it seems to just be a case that looks sort of like a minecart on NEI. Like if you take a look at it, if you've got... Is it a bee house? No, it's the other one. It's apiary, that one. Yes, you need one of these impregnated casings, which basically, yeah, looks like a little golden minecart or something, but you need to make a carpenter for that, so you had to look up what a carpenter was, and a carpenter, how do I spell it? There we go. A carpenter from forestry is a sturdy casing, which is made out of a lot of bronze, and once you've done that, you can make it into a whole bunch of different forestry and gendustry, whatever that is, no idea. You can make it into a whole bunch of different devices, including analyzers, carpenters, and oh goodness knows, there's tons of stuff. There's an awful lot of things you can do with bronze, apparently. Lumber mills, things like that, and there's a brewery as well, which I definitely think we should give a go at some point, because getting a couple of beers in on the server would not be too bad. But yes, I'm going to bring some bronze with me. We're going to make a start on beekeeping, because beekeeping sounds like a fun pursuit, and I have no idea what benefit the bees actually give other than producing different trees. I assume that's pretty much it, but if you look up the little beehive comb things, if you type comb like that, there's a ton of different ones, and I wonder what it's all for, because they only just seem to be like they're there to make bee houses and chests and things. So yeah, I kind of wonder what the benefit is of all of this. But we're going to find out today. It might just be fun. It might just be for a bit of fun. Apparently there are bees that are related to Thorncraft. I've heard legends of these magical bees here and there, but I don't know for certain. I'm still completely... Oh, I've run out of bronze. I need to get a little bit more. How do you make bronze again? It's copper and something else, isn't it? Bronze. What do we got? Molten bronze. How do we make it? No idea. What does it say? Smeltery melting. Okay, you can melt down bronze stuff. That's pretty much the only way it's going to tell me that you can actually make it, right? Bronze handguard, bronze things, bronze, a cube of bronze. Are you going to actually tell me? There we go. Alloying. Copper and tin. Thank you. That was what I wanted to know in the first place. Not like, you can melt down all of this stuff. Where is the copper at? We don't have any copper in there right now. So we need to smelt in some copper. And I really need to move some of this other stuff. Is this copper in here? I have a feeling that's copper in there. I feel like I've probably tapped some of it off at some point. Right. Cook all of these. It's taking a little while longer than I expected to get me going, but that's absolutely fine. It's nice to be back on the modded server and doing something a little bit different. And yeah, it's nighttime, so we need to go to bed. I have my jetpack charging in the solar panel, so I keep wanting to go to bed so that it charges that a little bit faster. But yeah, it's going to be nice to go and start another... It's not in the furnace. Why would you put a jetpack in the furnace? That's a silly thing to do. We've got ourselves the jetpack now, and yeah, beekeeping with a jetpack sounds like a fantastic profession, doesn't it? We will be the jetpack beekeeper. I need maybe a little bit more fuel at some point, but that will have to wait, and I'm a little bit worried that all of this copper is going to turn into aluminium brass once it's smelted, because it has a tendency to do that. So I've no idea what we can do to stop it doing that, but I want some bronze, please. I could also, I think there's a way of making, you can make bronze using the macerator and stuff. You can grind stuff down into dust and then cook it properly. I think that's how you do it. You can kind of combine tin and copper dust that way to make IC2 bronze, and because of all the mods interacting, then those should talk to each other. I think that's how it works anyway. Right, we can tap off some more of this copper, and that will at least give us a cube of copper which we can take out of here, because I've wanted to move that for absolutely ages and I just haven't been able to smelt anything else. I've also got a few more heart canisters which I can deposit in here. Where did they go? Mob drops. Where did they go? I had a couple of these saved up for a rainy day. There they are. Okay, yeah, we will probably make some more heart canisters at some point. They're just so painful to get because you have to go to the nether and you have to get bones and blah blah. That kind of thing. All of that stuff is not stuff I'm interested in doing right now. Let's throw some tin in here, and that will probably do us for the minute. But yeah, quite happy with how this base is getting on right now, giving a pause to all of the rest of the stuff except my XP berry farm, because this thing is brilliant. I really want to have some more plants in here so I can get some more berries, because those are going to be super useful for enchanting a lot of stuff. And bronze. So we have a bunch of bronze, and some of this tin is still waiting to be smelted, but there's not enough room in my smeltery, so I really need to go through and pour out some of the stuff that I don't want. Specifically, I can probably make a few gold blocks from that, but here we go with a whole block of bronze, which we can break down into regular old bronze ingots, and that should be enough for us to get on with, although maybe we'll tap off another block just in case, because you never know, these recipes seem like they require a fair bit of it. And we shall start a little beekeeping field out there. It would be nice to kind of have all of the hives out in the open and separate from everything else. I was thinking about making like an actual forest down here underneath the lily pad, creating a kind of like artificial environment down here, like, you know, knocking through that wall or something, kind of like I've done with the library over there. But instead, I thought it was best to build on the surface, because beehives need access to the air. That is something that I have learned, and so, yeah, it's kind of necessary to have stuff like that around. So, we've got the bronze. What else do we need? I think we are probably all set for the time being. I did want to enchant this shovel, but I don't have enough levels to do that right now, so we will save that for another time. I'm going to pack up my apiarist's chest. You know what, let's build an axe. I don't have a proper axe right now, at least I don't think I do, unless I've left one in here. Nope, I don't. I have my lumber axe on the opposing toolbar, on my tool belt, but I need to make myself a proper axe, so let's make a diamond axe. There we go, so 2 things to enchant right now, but we will get to those another time. Time to venture out in search of the field, and we may as well employ our jetpack to do this. Let's do some hovering, shall we? And there are a couple of massive chunk errors around here, which I am doing my best to avoid whilst I'm in hover mode. You can kind of gradually creep up in hover mode. I've also reduced the render distance a little bit. Oh, this is going to be a bit dicey. Can we get through it? Okay, we're heading over the top. This server does have occasional issues like that, but I think it may even be my client, I don't know. I've had a couple of issues with Technic Launcher and stuff recently, so it may be something to do with that. This kind of... the modded world in general is still a little bit of a mystery to me, I'll be perfectly honest, so I tend to steer clear of stuff like that, which I don't particularly understand. Here we are, we're coming up on the area where I wanted to build. It's also really nice that it's kind of on the edge of this nice flowery biome. I assume that means that the bees will have a chance to gather a ton of pollen, which will be super useful to them. But yeah, we have a few... Let's disengage hover mode, shall we? How do I do that again? There we go. Right, yep, and take a bit of full damage for my trouble. Not to worry, we are out here, and surrounded by horses, and the horses apparently enjoy taking baths in the river occasionally from time to time, but it would be nice to get ourselves a horse while we're out here as well. So let's set up a little station over here where we can... speak of the devil, an unusual hive. I had not even considered that these were going to be out here, but we will take them if we can get them. We have unusual princess. I think everyone here is an unusual princess. Not sure where I'm going with that. Anyway, let's head down to a flatter area. I like this little island over here. I think I want to build something over here across the water. Surrounded by the horses, we can make ourselves like a little shack or something. Let's... do we have any shears? Do I have any shears on me? I guess not. Okay, let's just break the way through these leaves then. There is a trunk down here at the bottom. It's kind of like... I've got an axe now. What am I doing? It's kind of like in jungles, you know how you get those low-lying bushes. They've kind of implemented those as part of Biomes of Plenty, and it's really cool. I like that a lot. Also got the allium flowers, which are pretty... It's nice to have this kind of stuff around. So we'll clear out a little space here, and then we'll set up a little oak wood shack. Do I have any other oak wood, or is it going to be... It's probably going to be spruce, isn't it? Good old spruce, the old favourites. Let's build up a little bit around here, just so we can have like a temporary kind of house set up while I work on something a little bit better. And we need to make ourselves a crafting table and all sorts of stuff as well. 1, 2, 3, like that. And why did I not make those 3 high at the start? There we go. Right, and we'll get some oak wood planks, we may as well, and we'll build those around here like so. This is going to be small, rudimentary starter house kind of setup right here. There we go, just like that. We'll throw in a bit of spruce wood as beams along the side. Apiarist's shack right here, and let's get ourselves a crafting table. It's been a while since I've made myself a crafting table, and we can do crafting station, we can do crafting slab, this kind of thing. This will make it nice and easy to get on with stuff, and we want to start off by building one of these. This is the sturdy casing, and after that, sturdy casing, we needed... What was it we were making with this? I can't remember. Let's take a look. Sturdy casing. We were making a carpenter out of that, weren't we? I think that's what it was. There's lumber mill, there's brewery, there's fruit press. How do we make a carpenter again? Carpenter. One of those. So forestry shaped crafting, we need glass and we need bronze around the outside. Okie dokie. So do I have any glass on me? I think I have black glass but not clear glass. But I have a bit of sand, so we can make ourselves a furnace. We can smelt up some sandstone. This is like starting Minecraft from the beginning again. Which is kind of fun. Can I do the slab thing with a furnace as well? I don't think I can. There is a way you can do that, though. I just can't remember what it is right now. And where do we have the sand? Having a knapsack is great and all. Like, it's really useful, but not having it available as a tab when I come into like a furnace GUI or something like that kind of bugs me. That's one of the things that, you know, modded doesn't do all that well, is make all the GUIs available to you everywhere. And I assume that that's not necessarily anyone's fault, you know what I mean? That's perhaps me being a little bit picky about stuff, but it's something that could have been done better. Now, in the meantime, do I have any wool? Because night falleth, and and we need to get some... We need to get a bed on the go. I don't see any sheep around here, so this could potentially be a problem. We could potentially be defending this place against the devious beasts that haunt the night. And where do I have? I have some glass, so we can at least hole ourselves up in here for the night and wait for all of the mess outside to blow over. That could be a good plan. We'll do spruce wood across the top there as well. Quickly make a door. And it's going to be really weird because extra wood door recipes were only added in 1.8, so it's just going to be a regular oak wood door out of spruce. That's really strange to me now. I don't know why. It feels just really weird, because I started playing on Xbox, and obviously the Xbox didn't have all of the extra door designs and stuff when I was playing. They do now, which is pretty cool, but they didn't when I started. So yeah, I should perhaps be used to having all oak, all wood types turn into oak wood doors, but for some reason I'm not. Right, we have glass. Now, can we just make this like so? And like that. We can. We have a carpenter. Fantastic. This carpenter is going to be pretty useful, I think. And do we need anything to power this? This looks like something that needs power. Yes, it does. Okay. Machine requires RF power to do work. Fair enough. How do we create... We need some kind of like RF generator or something, don't we? I imagine that's probably the case. But then when we have the carpenter together, we can make ourselves an apiary, which is the next thing on the list. Let's look that up real quick. Apiary. There we go. So we need... Oh, wait, hang on. Impregnated casing. That's what we need to do it for. Okay, fair enough. Right, so we can get some planks, or some logs at least, in here already. If we go into the knapsack and grab some more spruce wood, we can do that. And around there like so. And then all it needs is power, and it should be able to make us... Wait, did it say it needed something else? Does it already need... Okay, it needs... Okay, so it is just wood, and then it goes impregnated casing, and then it outputs. And you need some seed oil. Okay, interesting. How do I make seed oil? Seed oil, there we go. You can squeeze it into tin. Right, you can... Oh, okay, so I need a squeezer. And I can just squeeze down... I can squeeze down just regular seeds. Okay, fair enough. I have tons of those. Squeezer. And this is going to need power as well. It's another sturdy casing, so yet more bronze. And then the squeezer... How do we... Wait, hang on. Go to forestry shape crafting. Here we go. This is the stuff. We have a bottler, we have a carpenter, we have a centrifuge. Fermenter, moistener. Wow, okay, this is some interesting stuff. Squeezer, and we need tin. Right, okay, so we'll probably need to head back to the base and grab some of that then. Also need to look into how on earth we power these machines. I imagine I'll probably need a slightly bigger space than this. I may have been a little bit optimistic when I thought this was what we could build for this little place. But we can at least put a few torches up. We can claim this area sort of as our own. This can be little beekeeper's hut over here. Eventually we'll just use this as a storage shed, and we'll keep a few other supplies and things in here. But yep, the zombies are coming out. Let's just make sure the area doesn't have anything too untoward around here. Let's get a double chest on the go in here, and I already had a ton of chests in my inventory. Here I am making more. The reason I've got a bunch of chests, actually, is because over at the Christmas tree, I realised that you can make presents out of a chest and some dye, so I was doing that before Christmas, but I didn't get a chance to record another episode of DN before Christmas happened, so hope you all had a very modded Christmas. And what are we going to do? We're going to head back to the lily pad and grab some more supplies, I think. Okay, so to generate a bit of RF power, what we need, if I type in RF in here and remove the space, we need a steam engine from Railcraft. Seems like the quickest way of doing this, at least, and that requires some gold-plated gears, which require tin gear bushing, so I'm going to have to spend a wee bit of this tin making a couple of those. But that seems, well, it makes two, so that's already okay. What we can do is grab two of those and then grab the rest of these and throw out something we don't need, like that oak sapling. That can go away. And yeah, with these, we can surround them with gold from an ingot, which we have in here. We do not. We have ore berries, though, and we can tap off. Let's grab some gold real quick. We can tap off an ingot or two of the gold, provided that the casts aren't completely filled up with bronze. We can grab some of this, and we can basically have as much... Where did that go? That did not go anywhere. Okay. Yeah, it took it off the thing and then left it on the ground. We can grab a couple of these, turn these into nuggets, and I think that's all we need to create the gears, because if we put those in here like so and then make a cross shape around them, yes, we can get two of them, which are lovely. Oh, interesting. Mundane ring. Huh. What's that from? Thorncraft. Baubles. Sure, I'll take it. Why not? May as well have a ring while we're at it. It's something that can go in. We've got baubles here. can throw a mundane ring on. I have no idea if that actually does anything. Probably not, but there you go. Nice to be wearing a ring. I don't know if it actually shows up on my character at all. Doesn't look like it does. Never mind. We've got 2 of those. Now, what do we need from there? We need a piston. We need glass. We need more gold nuggets. All of this pretty familiar right now, so let's grab what we can and let's move some of this stuff back into the knapsack so I have a little bit of room to breathe in this inventory, because good gosh, modded stuff gets me cluttered all the time. I'm gonna put these 2 hoes away, or at least one of them. Maybe one of them can go away for now, because I might want to start a farm over there at the beekeeping hut. Now, to make a piston, what we need is some iron, which I definitely have somewhere. I've got planks. May as well grab some from here as well. And we'll probably need a couple of these steam engines though, right? I think that might be a thing, so we might have to make a couple more of those. Because if this is going to be powering 2 separate things, then chances are it won't have enough power to do both at the same time. So we may as well make 2 of these hobbyist steam engines, and then if we want to look into railcraft a little bit more in future, which I probably do because it's part of this pack that I haven't really discovered much about, then we can always go for these commercial steam engines, but those require other tools. It needs a rolling machine, blah blah, that kind of thing. We will probably get to that later. Now, I happen to have in my knapsack here, I have some glass, so that's all good. What we need to do is pop the pistons in there, 2 gold plated gears either side, one of those, and then gold nuggets over the top, and we can get ourselves 2 steam engines, 2 stackable hobbyist steam engines, and I assume we need to fill these up with water or something like that in order to get them to go, but there will be plenty of water around us on that island, so that should be fine. Haven't really looked much into the interface of these, but maybe that will work in our favour. Now, what time of day is it up here? It is daytime, that's good. Let's grab the jetpack back out of the bat box and make our way back over to that island. Do I have enough tin on me right now? I think I do, right? Because it was making a squeezer, and all we needed was 6 tin stuff. So we need bronze. May as well make that while we're here. Let's go bronze, sturdy casing. We want tin ingots either side of that, like that. Was there glass involved as well? I think there was. Squeezer! Fantastic. Right, let's head back over to the bee place. And while we're here, let's take the apiarist chest and the bee house with us, because we've got those already. And let's make our way over there. Touchdown, here we are, Beekeeper Island, and we can get our stuff set up, probably out here. Seems like the best place to do it. Let's pop the steam engines down here by the water, and if we right click on that, does it have any kind of, yes it does. Okay, so water go in, power come out. That seems to be the way these things work. Let's hope, at least. Oh, okay, and I can just right click on it with a bucket of water and that fills it up, does it? Fantastic. Good, good. That's quality interface right there. I can deal with that. Right, some of those, and then does it need anything else? I suppose it needs coal, right, to produce power? Does it? Does it need coal? Does it need to cook anything? Interesting. Not sure. Let's move this thing out here, shall we? I assume I can just break it. Yeah, it's not like Industrial Craft where you break stuff and it's gone forever. Let's pop the Carpenter down next to... No. Problem with all this tall grass everywhere is I end up placing stuff in silly places. Now, should this just work? If I ask it to do something, will it just do it? That's the question. Apparently not. So how do we get this steam engine to work? That is my next question. This is proving a little bit more difficult than I originally thought. Not to worry though, we will make it happen. It's not difficult so much as it is just confusing, but in here... Oh wow, if you put the crafting station next to a chest, I had no idea that worked that way. Very cool, okay. So yeah, learning new stuff all the time. Let's make a bed for this little house. Let's pop it down over here, seeing as we no longer have the forestry machinery there. And I need to look up how this railcraft engine works, because it's not giving me a great deal of clues just from the GUI of this. I've put water in it, I've done that. It needs to build up steam. How does it do that? It needs to be at 20 degrees. What do I put in here? Bingo. What it needs is redstone power. I couldn't have called that, to be honest. Could not have called that, but now it should be producing some steam. And hopefully, if that builds up, then it can start powering this thing. But how does it get power to that? I've seen these before, and they kind of go up and down when they're fully powered. Maybe it just needs to build up to a certain level of heat before it can start producing the right amount of power. I don't know. This is confusing. This is a conundrum. And in the meantime, while we're waiting to see if that does anything interesting, I'm going to set up the bee house over here and put my bees back in. Now, I think all I have to do is drop them in here. Supply them with a queen or a princess and a drone. Well, princess I have, and drone I have as well. So those two can go in there and be happy. I also have... Where are the other two? Yes, I have my unusual drone and unusual princess, so I could potentially put those in the hive as well. We've got two, apparently we have two queens now. Not entirely sure how that works, but we've got at least a princess, so she has the potential to be royalty. Am I right? I think so. Unusual. And there's all these question marks and stuff, so evidently there's a ton of depth to this mod, which I'm looking forward to exploring. There we go. Got a queen. And the queen can stay in there and presumably create stuff inside of here. If we had some more drones and stuff, that would be kind of cool. So we should go in search of hives. This is now showing as green. So it's producing RF. But I don't know how it gets to this, because this still says it has no power. Okay, so we're going slightly different tack here now. I'm gonna try building these redstone engines because they seem a little bit easier to handle. I reckon we'll start with a regular redstone engine and then go with a Stirling engine after that. Because yeah, I think I'm using the Railcraft things wrong, and I need to do a bit more research before I can figure out how to do them right. So instead, yeah, we're gonna build a couple of these. Now, what do we need for that? We needed wood, piston, 2 gears. Glass, okay, and it can be stained glass as well, which is kind of useful because I have a ton of stained glass, which I might end up using for this instead of what I had planned. Right, redstone engine, start something big. Yay! We are actually doing things right, I think, this time. So one of these, and it looks exactly like the one from Railcraft, which explains my confusion because I've seen stuff like this working, but I assumed that from different mods it would work very differently. Now if I apply redstone power to this, does it start producing energy? I hope it does. Would be very disappointed if it didn't, and that needs to be powering something that it's stood next to. Do I need to direct the redstone current into the side of it or something? Maybe? Not sure. Let's try that. Can we do it like that and then redstone lever like so? That's opened my trapdoor. No idea. It's not giving me anything right now. So maybe this is what we're supposed to be doing, and maybe I'm still completely on the wrong track. I don't know. You know what? I'm an idiot. I'm absolutely an idiot. And now I need to refuel this. But there's a direction. There's a direction to them. They have to be facing a certain way. This still says no power, though. This is so confusing. I have absolutely no idea. This thing should be providing power directly to this, and yet it's not. Okay, now it's saying no recipe. Okay, so this is the point at which we need seed oil to start manufacture. And this is where we're going to get the seed oil from, because this is going to be powering the squeezer. I need to take my jetpack off. And the squeezer is going to be squeezing stuff out of seeds. That's the plan. Okay, I'm starting to get a feel for this now. I can't believe all I need to do is just point the thing into... Anyway, you guys can all laugh at me in the comments. In the meantime, I will get on with filling these things up. And we have power to this now. That's awesome. That's awesome. And hopefully power to this as well. Should be coming through any second. And once this is generating a little bit of RF, then... Yes, there we go. Squeezing is happening. Even though it says no power right there, it doesn't mean it. I can see the progress bar filling up as we speak. And then I need some way of getting the seed oil out of here, so presumably I need a bucket for that. Do I? Can I get a bucket of seed oil? Let's see if seed Oil. Yeah, there we go. It'll at least stay in buckets. Maybe need a bottler to do that. Oh gosh, there are so many steps. All I want to do is have some bees. Alright, that's going to do it for today, folks. I think I have confused myself for long enough for this episode. Thanks very much for watching Decidedly Neapolitan. My name is Pixlriffs. Please leave a like on this episode if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. What on earth? Who are you? Knowledge fragment? He's a Thorncraft villager. That's cool. I didn't know there were modded villagers. Check out the little rune on his back and everything.